Hi everyone, this is Jason Barrett of Wall Street for Main Street. I'm always looking for real-world proof that people in the Federal Reserve, Wall Street, academia, Keynesian PhD economists, bureaucrats, central planners, people at the Bureau of Labor Statistics, etc., have been lying about the real economy and that there's been no real recovery for Main Street USA since the 2008 financial crisis. Earlier this week, on April 5th, we had another survey come out. Some of you would remember that last year I talked about this one from Bankrate, that 69% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. This came out in September 2016, that a lot of Americans are struggling financially. It's really sad that people don't have that money saved up for an emergency. This new report says that 50% of Americans live payday to payday, 33% can't write a $500 emergency check. Surveying from insurance companies like MetLife found that 49% of employees are concerned, anxious, or fearful about their current financial well-being, with less than 40% reporting that they are in control of their finances. Really, really sad. A lot of this, not only is it the Federal Reserve destroying the value of the dollar and purchasing power, the dollar's purchasing power has collapsed since the Federal Reserve was created in 1913, over 100 years ago, but this is also because a proper financial education is not taught in schools. It's also not taught by family members growing up when you're a kid. How to balance a checkbook, basics in accounting, how to save at least 10% of your paycheck. Some of the basic staples in personal finance from books like Richest Man in Babylon and others that have been the key to many successful businessmen and investor success over the years. You cannot be a capitalist really without capital. You have to have savings. You have to have savings for emergencies. You have to have savings to invest, etc. So, these are Zero Hedge has this article, but the study was a mainstream media study. MarketWatch is quoting it. CNN actually did a similar study too, that 6 in 10 Americans don't have $500 in savings. This was from January, earlier in the year in 2017. So I'll put a link to that as well. So it's just really sad, guys. These are types of proof that despite what Wall Street and the Federal Reserve and other people are saying with these phony government statistics, that there has been no real recovery for Main Street USA. Yes, asset prices have gone up or reflated. A lot of Americans don't even have a lot of money in their retirement accounts anymore. I've heard of stories of a lot of Americans having to pull money early out of their retirement account to pay penalties just to keep their heads above water. So people don't even have an extra spare $500 for a medical emergency, or if their transmission blows, or they get a couple flat tires at once. Those types of things. Really, really sad that so many people are living paycheck to paycheck. The economy, the jobs that were created are either fake jobs from the birth-death model, or they're part-time jobs if there are actually any jobs that have been created at all. So, a lot of that money, the wealth disparity that's being created, it's not from capitalism, it's from massive intervention from central planning and people closest to the money trough. The Austrian School of Economics calls this the Cantillon effect, that people on Wall Street and in DC are closest to all that easy money and credit that the Federal Reserve and Wall Street can create. And large corporations have taken advantage of that with share buybacks to trigger stock options and boost phony earnings and things like that. So, people on Main Street, these are the types of real world studies that prove that the people on Main Street have not gotten any of that money. It's not been invested into the real economy for property, plants and equipment, research and development to create a lot of high paying full-time jobs. I don't know how much power Trump's going to be able to create that, because he's being sabotaged on so many different levels by so many different entities. He's being attacked. Finally, though, since this is a short video, for you guys who have noticed that Mo has not been producing content lately, I'll just go ahead and disclose this since this piece of business is done. I bought out Mo as a business partner. Mo is a really good person. He has worked very hard to overcome a lot of the things in life that he wasn't given fairly. And, I wish him the best of luck going forward. Mo will be allowed to, if he wants to, create short videos with his technical analysis or interview people for our Wall Street for Main Street channel as much as he wants to. He just will not be an equity owner anymore. So I'm looking for new business partners. If you guys are interested in becoming my business partner, there's a long checklist of criteria I'm looking for in a potential new business partner. One of the reasons that Mo is no longer the business partner is that Mo was not willing to, frankly, put his money where his mouth is and invest capital into the business. There's other reasons why I chose to buy Mo out and move on. But, you know, I really respect Mo. I think he's a good person. And, you know, I don't want this video to be negative. So I did not throw Mo under the bridge. I gave Mo plenty of opportunities to improve in the 8.5 years I've known him and worked with him. And, you know, he didn't exceed the levels anymore that I needed him to do to move this business forward. So I thank him for helping me get us Wall Street for Main Street this far. But what I'm looking for in new business partners or partners, I'm looking for people with certain sets of skills. Actually, instead of me listing those on this video, just go ahead and email me, wallstreetformainstreet@gmail.com. That's WLSTFORMAINST@gmail.com. Again, I want to thank Mo for helping me get this far. And, you know, hopefully there's going to be a lot of good opportunities to bring in new, hardworking, talented people who want to help grow the Wall Street for Main Street content, grow it a lot faster, and also fund our educational technology company with our business plan. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Just more proof that, you know, people are being ravaged with inflation and taxes. There are portions at restaurants, you know, just in the last like 3 or 4 months, guys, one restaurant I eat at once or twice a month, the portion size has decreased 20 or 30%. So, and the inflation statistics don't cover any of this. So, you know, with inflation and taxes increasing, a lot of that trickle-down money has not hit Main Street, and Americans are doing a lot worse off. They have not improved since the Federal Reserve printed trillions of dollars and expanded their balance sheet from $800 billion to over $4 trillion. So Americans, 50% of Americans, according to this study, this is a mainstream study, but Zero Hedge just covered the article, are living paycheck to paycheck, and 33% cannot pay a $500 emergency bill. Just very, very sad. Donald Trump has actually acknowledged this, you know, whether it was on the campaign trail or recently in public speeches, that the economy is not doing well and the jobs numbers are phony. He's talked about the total number of unemployed people that are not being counted anymore. So, you know, when you see these fake numbers, just look at the real proof. Okay, bye, guys. Wall Street for Main Street needs your help. YouTube stole $7,200 from Wall Street for Main Street in annualized YouTube AdWords revenues, and they kneecapped our analytics down by more than 80% across the board since September 2016 with their new censorship algorithms to stop the rapid growth of our channel. That was money we could have used to upgrade our website, pay bills, and invest in improving our content and growing our business. Our audience of loyal listeners is all over the globe, and so large now that if most or all of our listeners were to commit to donating $1 to $5 each month to our Patreon account, we could easily meet our goal on Patreon. Wall Street for Main Street also accepts one-time donations on our main wallstreetformainstreet.com website. That's WALLSTFORMAINST.com website via PayPal, Gold Money, or Bitcoin. We also accept donations of physical precious metals that can be mailed to us. Thanks to all listeners who have already made a donation, and thanks in advance to any listeners who make a future donation or contribution to the growth, improvement, and success of Wall Street for Main Street.